Thanks for making time. We continue with our wall-to-wall coverage of the insecurity crisis in the country. Our sign language interpreter is Angel Lois. Now, as Kenya edges closer to the 2027 general election, there are growing concerns that insecurity is once again creeping back into the capital. Armed criminals are carrying out increasingly audacious attacks in broad daylight, leaving many questioning whether the state is losing its grip on public safety. Some security analysts now see an all-too-familiar pattern that tends to emerge in the run-up to the general election, when intelligence agencies divert their attention from criminal intelligence to political surveillance, leaving ordinary citizens on their own. Is this the beginning of another election season filled with a crime wave? KTN Security Affairs reporter Francis Ontomwa kickstarts our broadcast tonight.
This CCTV footage captures what began as an ordinary Sunday afternoon for members of the Queen's Women's Self-Help Group in Nairobi's Saika estate. They had gathered inside this salon for their regular savings collection and were wrapping up the meeting when an uninvited guest walked in, armed with a pistol. It is only about 3:45 p.m. Within seconds, the routine gathering descended into terror. The armed robber and his accomplice forced the women to surrender more than 50,000 Kenyan shillings they had just collected, along with a smartphone, before fleeing. More than 48 hours later, the suspects' faces remain just frozen in CCTV footage, yet they have still not been apprehended. And here at the salon, these women are back here to relive tales that shook their lives.
You feel like giving up.
For this woman whose smartphone was stolen during the raid, the frightening ordeal remains painfully fresh.
It is very bad and sad because hiyo simu ilikuwa mpya. Haijamaliza 2 months. Imenirudisha nyuma. Hiyo pesa bado itabidi tumelipa.
What these women are still struggling to understand is how these criminals appear to strike at precisely the right moment, as though they knew exactly when the group's savings collection was coming to an end.
Kwanza kama mimi nilifreeze juu hata akinama hapo hivyo kuchukua tu hiyo pesa nilikuwa tu hapo. Nilikuwa naona ni kama time imestop. Ameinama hapo and I didn't do anything.
Kinishtua zaidi mtoto wangu alikuwa nje. Ndio maana nilikuwa nakimbia nje nimwangalie hakuna nani.
Some security analysts say the country may be witnessing a familiar pattern. As elections draws closer, they argue intelligence agencies increasingly shift their attention to political actors and campaign activities. In the process, criminal networks exploit perceived security gaps, becoming more emboldened in targeting ordinary citizens.
Tunataka kujua, alijua hapa kuna chama aje, na mwenye kumpatia hiyo information hakumwambia hapa hivi kuna kamera.
Hatuwezi kataa kwa chama maybe kulikuwa na mall mwenye alitupeana.
According to the small arms survey, between 580,000 and 650,000 illegal firearms are estimated to be in circulation across Kenya, most of them held by civilians. What then continues to drive armed crime and undermine public safety? From restaurants to salons, criminal activities appears to be surging across the city. And with investigators saying that they are pursuing the gunmen, it still remains a mystery on where next the criminals will strike. Francis Ontomwa, KTN, Saika Estate, Nairobi.